Come on over here. This table over here, Vi doesn't like me to call you the Golden Girls, but I love them because they're the Golden Girls. No reflection on the TV show, though.
No. Give us names.
Names. Vi Brewer says that Helen Lebaugh was her protege.
Yeah.
And
I was her mentor.
And Vi was mine, and I said you were mine. I was Vi's, and you were mine.
Absolutely.
This is Ethel Paulus, and Patty's hanging her head over there. Mary's daughter, Mary McChuga.
But without you, we wouldn't be here.
And this is Helen Johnson. Helen Johnson over here, and Mary Serbu. These are the Golden Girls that started our club.
All right.
They really are, and they started Ohio Federation too. They're telling me about the trip going down to Columbus and how they went that many years ago. I said that was for a long time. And this, of course, is Rosie Zamory, and let her take you to some of the other tables.
Take me to Linda.
Take her to Linda.
Take me to our leader.
Take you to your leader. Okay, come on over here.
Rosie.
And this is our president.
I got to be good for Betty.
Yes, this is our president this year, her second time.
Is this sound? Hi, Betty. We really miss you. We wish you could be here with us tonight. We're having a great time, and we really wish you could have been here. But we're sending this to you so you can feel like you were there. And next time we do it, we'll make sure you're there for sure.
Introduce us to our new president.
I'd like to introduce you to our new president.
Working hard over here.
Is already working hard on her notes for next year. Taking notes for Linda. Hi.
Hi, Connie.
Hi, Karen.
Bonnie has the cake.
Very good.
Oh, wonderful.
It's our favorite.
Anytime after this. Well, there you go.
Are we having a problem with the monies of the club?
Are you going to tell Betty about it?
You just did.
I don't think she really
Let's see, how much money do we have in this account? Not much. Okay. Michelle, you need to say hi. Michelle, say hi to Betty Cox. Denise? These are new members, Betty. Say hi, Marianne.
Hi, Sue. Where are my toys?
You're not supposed to say hi to me. You're saying hi to Betty.
Hi, Betty.
Okay, say hi to Betty. Say hi to Betty.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty.
These are all the new people now, Betty. We're being installed tonight, okay? That's why they're in the ozone, okay? You know, they have them little kids, see? Okay, we're going to go to another table.
That's a nice
Here's Betty.
Okay.
Cheers.
There she is. She's a lush, Betty, ain't she? Okay, next to her is Brenda. Brenda? Hi, Betty. Don't you wish you were young again? Okay, here's Monica. Say hi. Whoa, we really zoomed out on her, huh, Betty? Okay, who's next to Monica? Say hi to Betty, Jan.
Hi.
Do you know Betty, Jan? All right, Jan, I'm Betty. I'm turning it off and going to another.
Show Betty our favorite.
Oh, Betty, I'm sorry. These are our favorite. They are blue margaritas because this is blue for the 45th anniversary. Here's a favor that we will be sending you in the mail. Please read the directions on the back so you do not burn the house down. They're right there on the back. Thank you very much for shopping at the Home Shopping Center. Okay, go ahead, Sue. That's Sue. She's looking at the social notebook. I had social last year. I'll never do it again, but Sue wanted to do it, so she's got it. Sue, all right, we're at this table right here. Everybody say hi to Betty.
Hi, Betty.
Okay, Betty, we're moving from person to person. Let me make sure I get everybody. You know, Betty, we feel like you are just here with us. Sitting right here next to this Tammy because there's an empty seat. See, Betty? There's your seat. Your cake's good, too. Going to another table now, Betty. Okay. Here we are. I know you know this lady here, Betty. There she is.
Hi, Betty.
There's Sue. She's chowing down.
I'm going to celebrate for you, Betty. You get the cake. I'm going to eat the cake.
There you go. She's eating it. Okay, next to Betty we have
Bernie. Hi, Betty.
Bernie.
How you doing?
Okay. And over here, there's Pat.
Balloon dancer.
See? Moving around the balloons. Okay, and who do we have here? There's Hetty, hiding underneath them balloons. Over here.
Hi, Betty.
Excuse me, Sue. Sorry to take off your arm, your little head. And there's,
It's Marie.
there you go. Okay, Betty. Looks like we're okay, Betty. One more table. Here we go. Who would you like to say hi? Oh, nobody wants to say hi. Wait a minute. Let me zoom in. All right, this is for Betty Cox. Say hello.
Hello, Betty.
Hello, Betty. This is everybody at club. Remember, Betty, you're sitting at the other table over there in that empty seat. So you're not a part of this one. Say hi. There's Gloria. Hi. Over here. And one more. There we go, Betty. You're all squared away.
This year, in case you didn't read your twin indicator yet, we finally came up with an official Youngstown Mothers of Twins logo, which will be this Y. And if you look at it closely, you can see twin faces there, like male faces. And Karen's has the kids at paper and her, what do you call them? And also on our program books. And we had sweatshirts and t-shirts made with this Y with the faces on the back and Youngstown Mothers of Twins on the first. We're selling t-shirts and sweatshirts also for Ways and Means Project. But finally, after 45 years, we have a logo, we have a symbol, and we are unified. Come here for my boss. Yeah, for her boss. She could not miss that. She should go that first. This is Mary Ann O'Neill, and she was president. Stand up, Mary Ann. From 1985 to 1986, and Mother of the Year in 1985. And I don't
Because of the wisdom. There is so much wisdom in Twins Club. I love it. I pick up the most interesting little things. And I use them at the strangest times in my life. But it's the wisdom. Now, you are all women of distinction. Just because you're in Twins Club, you are a woman of distinction. But some of you, because you're past Mothers of the Year, State Mothers of the Year, past presidents, charter members, your wisdom is very unique. And tonight I'm going to ask these women to share with us one little tidbit of wisdom. Just one. And I'm going to start with a lady who always tells it the way it is.
Say is Sharon. Sharing my
Sherry.
teacher business. I don't care how little we had, I told them they had to share everything we had. And I still do that today. If they bring home some luncheons or dinners, everything in that refrigerator has to be shared. So that's what I would say.
Thank you, Mary. Bye. A bit of wisdom.
Well, I don't know if this is wisdom or not, but I was 26 when I had joined Mothers of Twins. But I'm 71 today and still kicking, still complaining and everything. I mean, you have to have twins to know what it's all about.
Helen?
Sometimes wisdom comes a little late. It wasn't until after I joined club that I learned you don't name twins with matching names. But I already had an Alona and Alyssa, so it was very to make a change then.
Mary?
Oh, I learned to treat each one as individuals.
Individuals. We're still learning that, some of us. Helen? A little bit of wisdom. Yes.
I learned early on when my twins were babies, the mothers of twins saves our sanity.
Amen. Ethel?
I have learned that we didn't do too good in this Mothers of Twins. You girls have outshone us. You better give us a little wisdom.
I think it's just inflation.
Oh,
Helen?
another Helen?
You are my list wrong. Helen Johnson and Helen Lebo?
That's what you
That's we got it. Okay. I don't want to forget anybody. All right, Jean. A woman of distinction over here.
Well, I tried to teach all 6 of my kids to
stay close, love one another, and have fun. Love one another. Oh, sibling rivalry. I know. Martha?
Everybody has some good and bad, but if you're going to say anything, always say the good.
Oh. And Martha, I can tell you, I've never heard nothing but good come out of your mouth. I wish this mouth would learn. Doris?
Well, Jean said mine. I was going to say love because we have a lot of love in our family. We've always shared that.
And that's a big family, too.
Yes, it is.
Jenny?
All I can say is twice blessed, always friends. Even though I dropped out of this club, I have many friends that I talk to, depend on for whatever reason, and they will remain friends forever.
Well, Jenny, anytime you want to drop back in, we're here. Pat?
Well, I'm going through my second family right now. And I have my son and daughter-in-law, 2 grandsons that live with me now. And all I want to say is, it's when your house becomes a home again. That I really enjoy them. And remember, your kids are only young for a little bit, and enjoy them and play with them. Because they'll remember it, they really will.
Thanks, Pat. Ginger?
I was thinking along the same lines that Jenny said about the bonds and the fellowship that you make with the girls in club. That's one thing for you as young mothers. And another thing, I don't know if it's wisdom or not, but for any of you that have twins and then other singletons, when State came out one year at convention with little bumper stickers and little tags that went into the backs of the cars that said, you know, I have twins, they came out with one that said, I have twins and a spare. And it was the first time that my singleton, my baby, who's 20, felt like he was included in Mothers of Twins. He said, finally, Mom, they've got something for me. So I just don't want you to forget about the singletons and try to include them. And a couple years ago, who was it that had that panel? Was it you? Yeah. Jan Bannon had it and asked my youngest one. He was 18 at the time, and he was the oldest on the panel, but he really enjoyed that because he was a part of Twins Club. So I think we have to include our singletons also.
Thanks, Ginger. Linda? Me? You. You're a lady of distinction.
Oh, I'm distinctive in many areas. I have to tell you ladies something. Several things. I'm long on words. I should have been in politics. I would have been president of the United States.
Not too late.
I've been in this club 24 years. These have been 24 of the best years of my life. I love you all. You're my best friends in the world. And it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. She didn't take her Ritalin this morning. I have 2 sons. They're 27. One is a successful lawyer in Columbus who called me about a month ago and says he's quitting his job. I have another one who's a vice president of a bank in Miami, Florida, who called me and says, Mom, I'm quitting my job. I raised 2 wonderful sons, and they're both nuts. But anyway, the one is going back to college full time. They drive me crazy. The one called me at midnight last night for advice. I know you're all thinking wrong move, but anyway, I gave him good advice. You know, what was the other thing? I have one other thing I wanted to say. It wasn't husband related. I honestly say that every meeting this year I have talked about my husband. Most of you know me intimately. You know my husband intimately. And I very rarely, second husband. I'm going to be good soon. Don't panic. Betty, I love you.
Excuse me, this one's for Jerry.
Honestly tell you this. My second husband is not wild about mothers of twins because he's not the father of my twins. And he says they use you to death, they abuse you to death. Anytime they can't find somebody to do something, it's like, call Linda. Which I'll do. But I'll have to tell you guests tonight, all the members know, this is the honest to God's truth. My husband, to this night, does not know that I have been president. So I am getting smashed when we leave here.
Of course, he doesn't know you're running for state office.
He does now. This tape is very expensive.
Kiss him and tell him, honey, I've been president all year. What do you think of that? And I'll let you know at the next anniversary. Now, I can't believe this. I've been president for a year and my own husband doesn't even know. But anyway, I love you all. It's been one of the greatest second experiences of my life. Oh, and he just found out. He thinks, oh, I want to get into what he thinks of twins called them twins. And he just found out last week that his precious, darling, baby, daughter, Doors, is having twins! Paybacks are a big. So that's my words of wisdom. I love you all. I come back for our gift gift.
Oh, well, good thing this next woman is as sweet as she is, because she has to go after her.
And you want to know what?
No!
One more thing. Dana Banana has not told her husband she's going home. She is following my Oh, what are we? I don't know.
And a little bit of wisdom.
Okay, I thought I was through raising children. I had 4. The life begins at 40. At 42, I had twins. There I was all over again, and I am so proud of them. And one was an attorney, one the production manager. My baby's 28 years old.
Thank you, Ann. Rosemary?
Well, just to the new girls and the young girls coming in, enjoy your children when they're young and when you have control, because once in a while they move back home, and I have a 35-year-old living at home with me, and I also have my mother living at home with me now. Got rid of a husband and got inherited 2 husbands. I don't know which was worse. Maybe I should have kept the husband. But just love your children, enjoy them, because they grow up so fast. And enjoy mothers and twins, because you'll have bonds that you make now as new members that you'll cherish and keep for years. I've been in the club now 34 years, and I've had very good friends here, and they've been wonderful to me when I needed them. Thank you.
Mary Ann.
Oh, I hope you were going to say last but not least. I'm just sitting here thinking of all these wonderful, crazy things, but I won't be like Linda. I did want to tell you younger girls, though, that when you want to be alone with your husband, put the TV against the door. It works. Well, it works until they break it down. 23 years ago, when I joined the club, I met Doris James at a dancing school, and we started to talk about all of our children. And I said, you know, that Twins Club does sort of sound like fun. I wonder who I would call, you know. And she said, well, you don't have to call anyone. I'm the president. So that's how I decided to join. And at the first meeting at the old IOOF Hall on Glenwood Avenue, 23 years ago, I was so afraid to even walk in the door because I didn't know a soul. And there was a girl there who slipped a little piece of paper in my hand and said, if you ever need any help, call me. It took me 9 months to find the piece of paper when I needed it because it was under the bed. And her name was Ginger Cavallo. And I always remembered that. I remember asking the girls, how do you get them both to sleep at the same time? And they all roared laughter. They never do that. But I also wanted to share with you, since I'm a social worker, I have to. It's sort of in my bones at this point. A little story my son Sean told me when he was in 3rd grade. He came home from school one day. Now we had 7 children, and I stayed home with the children until they all went to school. So we were poor. Okay, I need to share that with you first. And he came home from school one day and he said, Mom, are we rich? And after I picked myself up off the floor, I said, whatever, why would you ask me that question? And he said, well, we were talking about it today in school at recess, and all the kids asked me if I was rich. And I said, well, I thought, oh Lord, what did he tell them? I said, what did you tell them? And he said, I told him, yes, I was. And I said, and you are? I thought, if he doesn't know the difference and being poor, he was certainly rich, wasn't he? And I thought rich too. That's my little story. We tried to do things free and go to the parks, and we had a good time. But we never went on vacations till about 6 years ago. But now it's fun.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Karen.
Well, I'm also a mother-in-law now, and I've learned a very important lesson being a mother-in-law. It's really, I mean, I had 4 kids growing up, now I've got 5 grandchildren, and the little ones were just great. You have all this wisdom that you can bestow on the little ones, and it's just great. But to be a mother-in-law, my very favorite wisdom is, if it's not life-threatening, stay out of it. It has worked for me, and it has worked for my friend. I told her, I said, if your daughter puts the hat on the different way than you do on your grandchild, that's okay, that's not life-threatening. If they put them to bed for a nap with their shoes on, that's okay, it's not life-threatening. So, if you just keep that in mind, if it's not life-threatening, let it go. You'll be much happier as a mother-in-law.
Thank you.
Gloria. Well, we all learn through experience when you're raising 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 at the same time. We learn through experience. You go through certain things, certain problems. You have to solve it out yourself. So that's why we come to Twins Club, and we lean ourselves on each other's shoulders and share all our experiences together. Amen.
Lydia. Oh, I have heard so much wisdom just in this short time. I don't have anything to say. My husband and I, with our 5 children, usually tell them that when we're gone, to please just all stay together because there's nothing like family. And when you can't count on somebody around here, just say a little prayer and that will help. Jean?
Already came home. Just being a mother and with and being with these wonderful children. Nice to be have a team.
Hey. Oh, I'm just another year. And past presidents.
Well, right now I'm going through 4 teenage daughters,
So I don't have words of wisdom. What I'm doing is seeking wisdom from all the ones that have gone through it. So I can't say, I mean, it's like, it's chaotic all the time, arguing and hair and this and that. So, like Lydia, we try to keep a certain momentum and encourage them to keep up their religious values. This is very important, I find, with having them in high school and with all the drugs and everything else. I try to be there, try to keep an open ear and be available. And like I said, the girls are a big help. I was honored to be president last year, and it's rather unusual to join an organization and have 80 or 90 people that have something in common with you. You could join organizations, local organizations, Junior Women's League, or church organizations, but you don't actually have the same thing in common with everybody else. So this is very nice, and I don't think most people get that opportunity. And like I said, I'm still working through the teenage years. We're going to have one that's driving and things like that. And the boys and all that. We have boys coming over that talk to my youngest, to my oldest, and I don't know who has an eye on who. So it's fun, but it's a challenge. And I appreciate talking to others that have the same problem. And I thank you for that. Bernie?
I think everybody said it all. I just don't know what to say.
Just enjoy my lay young. And our present Mother of the Year, Jenny.
I really haven't been Mother of the Year long enough to have a lot of wisdom.
That's up before now.
I have learned that you need a sense of humor to get through anything. And if you keep that, and you need your family, you need friends, and you need faith, and then you have it all.
How about you, Jim?
I
don't have the wisdom, I'll tell you. I have 4 teenagers. Okay? Oh, jeez. One's graduating. I can remember when they were very small and like this. I had 4 in 31 months. I used to set little goals for my own sanity. I mean, like, a goal was actually getting them all in bed at one time. That was a little goal. And I would be happy as a little clown if I met my little goal. A big milestone was when they actually all sat down and ate by themselves. And my meal was there hot and I was eating too. Man, that was it. I was ready to fly. I was Donald Trump. I could do anything. I still set goals. And I've set one within the past year. And that is, all I want out of life is to just gracefully move on into the 21st century. Just gracefully. I don't care if I'm rich or poor, or even if I look good or flabby or fat. I just want to move on into the 21st century. That's all I ask. And if I move through a day, and by the end of the day, I'm feeling, I'm moving. That's it. Just don't expect too much, and you're happier. That's my bit of wisdom, especially with kids.
It's from all that hard work your husband has you do.
That's right. That's all. Slow, I don't care, just keep on moving. Ginger has a few words she wants to say for one of our women of distinction, Sylvia Trevis.
Since Sylvia's not with us tonight, and a lot of you younger girls know that she's the one with the 3 sets of twins, and she's one of my dear friends, and a lot of the older girls know her too. I couldn't help thinking when Doreen was talking about being a mother-in-law, that naturally Sylvia, with the 3 sets of twins and the one single, and David always felt like my Timmy, you know, that spare, but she would have lots of wisdom to share with you. Then you have to get her at one meeting and just sit her down. But I have to share with you, she's had 3 sons that have gotten married, and this weekend is her first daughter. She's got the 4 girls. Her daughter's getting married this Saturday. And we've laughed because with the boys, she's always said, you do 3 things: shut up, show up, and wear beige. So I know she wants you to all hear that.
this weekend. That's the first daughter.
I want to thank all of you. As I said in the beginning, you are all women of distinction. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. You've had twins, you're raising them. You are a woman of distinction. My Irish grandmother used to always have bits of wisdom. And being in Twins Club has helped me feel that maybe this little saying that she used to always say to her little catty friends might come true for me. She used to always say that if your friends had to pay a fee to come to your funeral, how many would show up? I think maybe I'll have some there.